Well, I got banned from another vegan Facebook group. It's been a while. I used to get banned from these all the time, so this is like a little blast from the past for me. It's kind of nostalgic. And I'm not making this video to criticize this group for banning me. It's their prerogative who they want in their community. I just think that the reason I got banned is hilarious, so I figured that I'd share it. And maybe you guys can comment on this below, okay? I've had this kind of shit happen so many times on Facebook. I swear to God, Facebook is like the most cancerous and dogmatic vegan space out there. Maybe that's just my skewed perception. You guys let me know what you think. Okay, so here's the post that started it all. This is in the Unapologetic AF vegan Facebook group. So one of the admins, Lauren, posts this image. It says, looks like Joey Carbstrong and James Aspie are worth somewhere between 1 to 5 million. By the way, I showed this to Joey later and he just laughed at that. So I don't know if they have that much money there, bud, but whatever. Guess they have KFC and Burger King to thank for that. Now I reply, I tag the person who posted this and say, assuming this is accurate, the issue is what exactly? Now, just so you guys have an idea where I'm coming from here, when I see vegans complaining about weird things like promotion of the Impossible Burger or of vegan products at non-vegan restaurants, or when I see them complaining about activists having money, I'm always just wondering, are those particular judgments, in which case I don't share them, or are you saying they're actually wrong with respect to some kind of standard, in which case I'd love to know what the standard is and evaluate whether or not it's reasonable? So that's how I always approach this kind of conversation. So I come in and I say, Lauren, assuming this is accurate, the issue is what exactly? So Vegan Revolution replies, this guy has always struck me as kind of like weird in the brain. So he says, money steals people. A weird ass comment. I say, Vegan Revolution, I'm not sure what it means for a person to be stolen. So I'm not sure if that's true or if it would be an issue if it were true. I want to know what Lauren thinks the issue is. So Lauren replies and says, they both support and patronize Burger King and KFC and promote the Impossible Burger. They have thrown the animals under the bus for money. No amount of money would make an ethical vegan promote a slaughterhouse and a rat-killing burger. Now, obviously, there's so much that could be said about that, but, you can't say everything on Facebook or else it'll, because it's text especially, it'll just turn into this huge, tangent. So you try to stay to the main point, right? So I say, Lauren, I'm not clear what's wrong with promoting vegan products at Burger King and KFC or with promoting the Impossible Burger. What is your normative ethic? Utilitarianism, deontology, virtue ethics? These things seem straightforwardly good on utilitarianism, so I'm assuming it's one of the latter. So Marianne McCall, who's another one of the admins, comes in and says, Isaac, you think it's okay to promote Burger King, KFC, and the Impossible Burger? You're kidding, right? I say, Marianne McCall, what is okay is going to depend on one's normative ethic. According to utilitarianism, which is just one of many normative theories, it would be good. That's why I asked what Lauren's normative ethic is. I'd ask you the same question, though. What's your normative ethic? I'm not going to read Paulo Ash's comments because this person is just asking questions about what's the Impossible Burger, yada yada, or my replies to them because I'm just explaining basic things like, oh, the Impossible Burger is this, and they say it's not vegan for this reason, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so this other guy, Pedro, comes in, and he says, Isaac, we don't support animal-tested burgers, neither call them vegan here. Utilitarianism is speciesism. So I reply by saying, Pedro, well, I understand people with your view are very unlikely to be utilitarian. I'm not a utilitarian myself. That's why I'm asking what their normative ethic is, and I'd ask you the same question. Pedro replies and says, if you're not, how can you call vegan the IB? And I say, sorry, I'd like an answer to my question first. What's your normative ethic? Pedro replies by saying I don't fully understand the question, which is totally fair. So I try to give a really clear description here. I say, Pedro, so basically philosophy has 4 areas: epistemology, metaphysics, logic, and ethics. Ethics has 3 areas: metaethics, normative ethics, and applied ethics. Normative ethics is where we spell out what our fundamental moral values are. The standard normative ethical positions are utilitarianism, deontology, and virtue ethics. The reason I'm asking what someone's normative ethic is when they oppose promotion of the Impossible Burger or of buying vegan items at large chains like KFC is because it's not clear what standard they're saying it's wrong with respect to, and if said standard is reasonable. So it should be very obvious here. I'm just explaining some basic philosophy stuff. I'm being very friendly, right? So Pedro replies and says, I am against co-opt animal rights lobby movements caused by capitalists and veganish/strategic veganism that promotes slaughterhouses. the world's largest rainforest destroyers, human traffickers, animal holocaust by day. And I say, Pedro, is that your answer to what your normative ethic is? Pedro says, I might explain you better in my mother language. Can you please say if you support IB? I said, Pedro, sadly, I only speak English. If you'd rather speak verbally, I run the biggest vegan Discord. You're welcome to pop by the server, linked below, and the philosophy guys can walk you through some basic ethics stuff on VC. My question remains open to any of the other people in here opposing promotion of the Impossible Burger or buying from KFC. And then I got banned. So yeah, that's what'll get you banned from the Unapologetic AF vegan Facebook group. Don't try to bring up any philosophy in there. Don't clarify what the 4 areas of philosophy are or the 3 areas of ethics. Don't ask people what kind of normative ethic they're adhering to when they make moral statements. These people don't want to understand philosophy or ethics or anything like that. They're just dogmatists, right? So if any or all, I'm happy to do a 15 versus 1 of the admins in this group actually want to try to persuade me of their position. I think it's 15 admins, whatever. I'm still happy to do all versus 1. If any of you guys want to actually try to persuade me of your position instead of just, being dogmatic ideologues in an echo chamber or whatever you normally do, I'm happy to have you on my channel, and we'll see if you can make a good case. And if you're in the group, I encourage posting this video in there. Maybe let them know that we're laughing at them. And maybe some people in that group who aren't fond of the whole, dogmatic ideology thing will go, oh, this is kind of cringy. Like, maybe I should kind of try to understand some of the philosophy and ethics around these things better instead of just, like, going along with crazy dogmatic statements that don't appear to have any basis in philosophy. All right, that's all for today. Till next time.